Hey, how y'all doing? This is Dave, Cooking with Dave again. Today we're going to do one of my southern favorites. We are going to fry some zucchini and some squash. This came out of my friend's garden in South Carolina. They grow well. It's already just June and we're already producing wonderful vegetables. We're going to slice these up thin. We're going to bread them in a little flour and then put them in a little grease, fry them up, and serve them with our dinner. Okay, here's our squash and our zucchini. Now what we're going to do is slice these up as thin as we can. The thinner you slice these, the better they're going to be little fried squash and zucchini chips. Now I don't like it when it gets so big like this. I don't like it so much. I'll clean out the insides and I'll just fry the outside when it gets so big like that. That is some nice, good looking squash right there. We love the squash in the South. We grow it here. It grows wonderful. You can't beat it. Squash and zucchini, cabbage, all those kind of things, vegetable wise, we like them. Alright, there's a zucchini. Same thing, the thinner I can slice it, the better it will be. If you want to use some kind of food processor to make sure you get nice thin slices, you could do that. But you just slice it nice and thin. Like I said, the thinner the better. It'll fry up nice and make little nice zucchini and squash chips. Now we're going to fry this in a little bit of olive oil. And I cheat a little bit by using a little bit of bacon grease also. Gives us a little flavor. That's about enough. Okay, what I'm going to do is take a couple of eggs, just beat them in a bowl. Okay, I took my my zucchini and my squash and I cleaned out the seeds from when it had seeds and I washed it all off so it's all nice and washed. It's still a little bit damp. And I'm just going to take my 2 eggs here and I'm going to dump them right on my squash and my zucchini. And then I'm going to try to make sure every piece of squash and every piece of zucchini has got a little egg on it. This is going to help our flour stick to our zucchini, so that we can have a little breading. So otherwise, it just ain't gonna stick. We gotta make it stick. Okay, now after I get it all covered, make sure everybody's got a little bit of egg on them. Then I'm gonna come back with just a little bit of pepper. Put a little pepper. And then a little bit of salt. And then just a little bit of onion powder. Okay. And then I'm going to mix that up again, make sure everybody's got a little salt, a little pepper, a little onion powder on there. If I don't see everybody with a little bit of pepper, I might do it again. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. I want everybody to make sure they're covered in salt and pepper. Okay, now. Okay, I fried some bacon earlier in this pan, and I left the bacon grease behind. Now I'm going to come back with just a little bit of olive oil, and just give me enough, not really to submerge them, just enough to cover my zucchini and my squash, and to be fine. I'm going to put that on high and let it heat up. Okay, my grease is pretty hot. Let's bring a little flour there. See, it's pretty hot. I take my little flour. Take my squash, my zucchini, just roll it in the flour, just nice sticks because the eggs on it, and set it right down there in the grease, and fry them up. They fry up pretty quick. It'll take a couple, 3 minutes. They're not that long. It's always important when you're frying, make sure that what you're frying is at least room temperature throughout. That way it's going to fry evenly. If you have it in the refrigerator and you take it out and it's cold, you should let it sit out and get room temperature first before you start frying it. That way it's going to fry evenly throughout the whole thing. And all we do is just let them crust up, flip them over, and crust up on both sides, and they're pretty much done. It's a nice little snack. Go with your dinner, little side dish. Isn't that pretty? Fried squash. There is our fried zucchini and fried squash. It is wonderful. Man, as good as battered and fried. Oh, onion powder, salt and pepper. Can't go wrong. Cooking with Dave again. Remember, I am the world's greatest chef. I know that I am because it says so right here on my apron. Have a great day. Thanks.